Yeah, I had a great time at the family reunion yesterday, man. It was really good to see, everybody and kick some laughs and, share a few dance moves and things of that nature. It was really good to see the kids, the kids be super active with the dancing nowadays. That's a different type of sport, but that's good. So I'm out here cooking on this grill, for the family. You know, mom-in-law brought some chicken over. So, flipping some chicken. But Sundays, everybody use their Sundays for something different. Days, I actually cut the grass every Sunday. That is my Sunday ritual. I love cutting the grass. I love walking the yard and just spending that spiritual time like that, So that's really good for me. I really enjoy doing that. I'm setting up the hot tub as well. I usually do that every Sunday. Setting up the hot tub so me and the wife can get in tonight so we can have our meeting. I'm gonna show you how to actually set this up. All right, so each jacuzzi has similar settings. This right here is the temperature. We like our temperature on 99. That's that very comfort, not super hot, not super cold, but it's very comfortable to sit in for hours if that's something that you want to do. The higher you go, the less time you will sit in there. The lower you go, it just kind of feel like you're just sitting in lukewarm bath water, but you want to make sure the water's just right. So on this jacuzzi itself, it has two settings. You have setting number one, which activates the waterfalls and it activates these two jets right here. And then you have the super powerful jets right here. That's like your pressure jet. So on each jet has a separate control. Like that right there controls your level of pressure. And each jacuzzi itself, each jet itself controls the pressure too. So I can screw it and turn it down, or I can screw it and turn it high. This is my seat right here. I'll always sit right here. So that's why you see the jets is real chill. I don't need the high pressure jets. Shamel usually sits right there, but I don't need the high pressure jets. After a while, them jets hit you so hard, it just makes your skin itch and stuff. But I like mine to be nice and smooth. But yeah, just want to make sure that, the water's right. It's nice. A waterfall right here. You can turn it off. You can turn it high, either one. We kind of keep it right there just to keep the noise level down. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm just organizing some things, right? So I'm looking at where my client is, where he's at, what's on his mind. He's telling me how much the budget is. And what I do is I go back and check the hard facts on that, right? So I go back and run some comps just to double check, just to clear, because where you saying you are, let me just check that just so I make sure that I'm guiding you the proper way, if that makes any sense. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually gathering the information off the internet, putting it into the MLS. And what happens in the MLS is it gives me access to other documents that you won't see publicly. And it also allows me to have that agent-only information on that too, right? And so just doing a thorough research on a property, because there's always some offer should be written. So that sellers will make no repairs, right? So this is important, right? Offer should be written in the seller's name. Okay. House being sold as is. Sellers to make no repairs. Sellers will be clearing out the house. Most furniture in the house will remain based on condition. Cash and conventional only. Back on the market. Buyers financing fell through. No fault to sellers. Listen, man. Everybody says that. Everybody says that it's not the seller's fault, and most of the time it's not. But just be mindful of that. You know what I mean? If it was taken off the market and now it's put back on the market, why? Right? I've had deals like that myself where deals didn't go through, and it wasn't because the financing didn't fall through. It was more so because after we got under contract and due diligence, they was like, nah, I'm not with it, you know. So that happens. But people won't, your seller won't naturally disclose that because they don't want you to think, well, why didn't they buy it? Right? Because now that opens up a whole nother door for questions. So you just have to be mindful of the information that you're reading. Don't take anything personal, and just, hit them where it hurt. But back to the research, I tell you another good strategy of mine as well. When I'm speaking with other realtors, I'm actually saving their contact information and I'm grabbing their emails off the MLS. Now, for me, this is good practice because if I had a conversation with you once, I'm willing to, have other conversations with you. And so it's always good to, keep a list of contacts and be able to reach out to certain people, just because after a while you start to see the same people start to list the same properties, so it kind of you basically form a relationship. The more properties I'm showing and selling, and same thing vice versa, so you get very familiar with other agents. And if you do a good deal together, more than likely you could do several good deals together. So I've always saved contact information, just reached out to them, politic with them a little bit, so that way I can always build a relationship with them. Now, but we're in the middle of negotiations back and forth, though none of that matters to me. None. I don't care. None of it. Because I'm here to represent my client, or I'm here to get them the best deal. So if it works for my end and it works for your end, hey, let's make it happen. If it don't, it don't. We just gonna keep it moving. There's a lot of fish out here in the sea. And believe it or not, I had a lot of real estate agents reach back out to me and say, hey man, what firm are you with again? You should come back and check out our firm, and you should work with us, and you should take us in consideration, things of that nature. So like I said, when you do good business, man, people will find you, and they always want you on your team. So it's a good position to put yourself in. Watch this. Let's give her a call. Hey Donna, how are you doing? Good. This is Khalil with Real Brokers reaching out to you. This is Khalil from Real Broker, and I'm calling in regards. Yeah, I'm calling in regards in Greensboro. Yeah, I have a client. We want to submit an offer on this. The biggest thing for us is to just see if the numbers are going to work for you. And you will know whether that's too low or too high. We're at around 150. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I can email you all of that. Now let me confirm this. I have. Yep. I can write it up to you and just bring you all those terms as well. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. So I like her. She's very straightforward, straight to the point. Hey, just email it to me and I'll present it over to my clients. That sounds like a seller who is that sounds like a seller who is maybe fed up with the client, or I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say that sounds like a seller who is tired of the offers coming in at the same price. That makes any sense? If you're a little bit more flexible and negotiable, you will say things like, well, could you come up a little higher? That means that you really want the deal to work out. But when they're just presenting deals left and right, they're like, man, hey, listen, I don't care, man. Just send it to me. I'll present it to them. And they're more so convincing the seller side to say, okay, hey, I got another offer in at this number. Like, take one. Like, at this point, you know what I mean? Because this house been on the market for 90 days. That means I'm working with a seller who may be very stubborn in a little way. That's okay. That's cool. But most importantly, when I put this offer in their hands, if they have to let it sit, they can let it sit. My buyer's ready whenever they are. So, yeah. On to the next one. Make sure I email those over to her. That budget, the rehab budget on this one's pretty extensive. But it looks like to repair and finish what they started. Okay, so that means that there's something done here. Something wasn't finished. What was not finished? This typically happens when a contractor may run out of money, or they may have multiple other projects and they just don't have the time to finish this one. They would rather just sell it as is and move on. You know, I mean, you just never know what their situation is, but you want to take in consideration what that is. So let's do it. Hey, that's what I do, baby. Let's do some research on this thing. Maybe one day I'll have to do a video on showing you how to run comparables when you're looking at these homes. So I have a really good mentor, and he told me that you don't make money when you sell, you make money when you buy. Look, this is very important. Master shower was added without permit. Buyers or buyer agents to verify all information. Property sold as is. Yeah, I know that. I'm running my comps, and I'll put all the information accurately in the MLS. So the first thing I do is I check the MLS. I look at the agent only notes. I look at all the disclosures, the lead-based paint, minerals and gas, residential property disclosure, right? All of the things that they will admit to and they won't admit to. So I take a look at all of those things. And then I look at all the utilities that we have in place. You know, whether that's gas, whether that's electric, you know, things of that nature. I look at whether it's sewer water or whether there's a well on a property. You know, I'm really looking at everything, looking at and see if there was permits that wasn't possibly pulled, things of that nature. They have to disclose those things. So, you know, just really looking at all the information I can as much as possible. We're gonna call her on it anyway. So she didn't answer. So whenever you don't answer, I typically leave a voicemail, but I'm gonna shoot her a text. Hello, I'm not available at the moment. Please call the office. I kind of figured that, you know, she wouldn't answer. She looks like she owns the firm as well. So she's probably like super hectic, super busy. Oh, look at this. She checked out one of my listings. Yeah, that house that caught fire. She had some clients that was trying to buy it. I'm looking at our text message thread right now. I didn't save her number, but now that she has an opportunity, I'm gonna lock this number in right now. She don't even have to worry about it. Somebody woke up from their nap a little early, but it's okay. The job don't stop here. Want to get down? That's one.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Aaron, how you doing?
I'm good. Sounds like you're home.
Yeah, yeah. Can I call you right back?
Okay.
All right.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, Aaron.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, nothing much. So, I was going through your offers. I actually submitted everything.
Okay.
But I did have a chance to speak with Grant, which is at 6. And he mentioned the most important thing to him was that, I guess the most important thing to the sellers is their bottom line. It sounds like 160 is not their bottom line, but it's very close to it. So I don't know if you necessarily have any buffer room in there.
Yeah, there might be a little bit.
Okay, what are you thinking for a little bit? Okay.
But if they come back with a counter that's, reasonable, then I can get and bring my contractor over and make sure my numbers are right.
Yes.
So I was just kind of spitballing those.
Get back with them.
If they can come up with, what their bottom line is, I can see if I can match it.
Okay.
Because that's reasonable.
Okay, absolutely. So I'm gonna go ahead and message.
We can negotiate in kind of good faith here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and ask him, what is their bottom line?
Yeah.
And see what that is.
That one, it's got some weird intangibles. And yesterday it was that house and the second house both had big dead trees that need to come out. And that one on Munster is a...
Oh, wow. Right. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it did. I could tell by the rehab budget that it wasn't a lot there. So there we have it. All right, you hear the jets going. Let's see if she ready. Set it to 99. Let's see if that bad boy ready. Run the jets for a little bit. That'll take the temp here in a second. $98. She almost there. She almost there. Let me hit some lights with it. Yeah, we might do that blue tonight. Well, that concludes my night. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. You take care. Enjoy your night. And blog post number 4 tomorrow. Let's go.